3 Big Lies About Fasting According to the Bible. Fasting is a powerful spiritual practice mentioned throughout the Bible. It strengthens faith, brings clarity, and deepens one's relationship with God. However, many misconceptions about fasting have led people to misunderstand its true purpose. Here are 3 big lies about fasting that the Bible does not support. Lie number 1. Fasting is only about food. Many believe that fasting strictly means abstaining from food, but the Bible shows that fasting is much more than that. While food fasting is common, true fasting is about humbling oneself before God. In Isaiah 58:6, God explains the real purpose of fasting. Is not this the kind of fasting I have chosen? To loose the chains of injustice and untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free and break every yoke. This passage shows that fasting is not just about giving up food but about seeking God's will, helping others, and drawing closer to Him. Some people may fast from entertainment, social media, or other distractions to focus on prayer and spiritual growth. Line number 2. Fasting forces God to answer prayers. Some people believe that if they fast, God is obligated to answer their prayers. However, fasting is not a way to manipulate God. The Bible makes it clear that God answers prayers according to His will, not because of rituals or sacrifices. In Matthew 6:16-18, Jesus warns against fasting with the wrong motives. When you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father, who is unseen, and your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. Line number 3. Fasting is only for the super spiritual. Many people think that fasting is only for pastors, prophets, or deeply religious people. However, the Bible shows that fasting is for all believers who desire a deeper relationship with God. In Joel 2:12, God calls everyone to fasting. Even now, declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning. Jesus also expected His followers to fast. In Matthew 9:15, He said, the time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them, then they will fast. Fasting is a personal and spiritual practice for any believer, not just for church leaders or those in ministry. So, fasting is a biblical practice that helps believers grow in faith, seek God's guidance, and become spiritually strong. However, it is not just about food, does not force God to answer prayers, and is not limited to religious leaders. By understanding the truth about fasting, we can practice it with the right heart and experience its spiritual blessings as God intended.